Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I'm excited to be back again doing another lesson. So before we start though, how many of you are feeling a little what? Okay, the weather hasn't been great. We're stuck inside. We're not at school. We're not playing on the playground. We're not doing all those fun things that we're used to doing. So some of us may be kind of in that mood of like, well, I don't really feel motivated to do anything. Okay, so before we start our lesson, we're going to get that mood to go away and we're going to kind of wake ourselves up by being a little silly. So yes, Mrs. Light is going to look a little ridiculous when she does these things, but I want you to do them with me so that we can be silly together. You ready? So we are going to wake up our face. Are you ready? All right, so first thing, open your eyes really big and blink. Good. All right, so we woke up our eyes. Okay, the next thing I want you to do is raise your eyebrows up and down. Okay. Good. All right, the next thing, can you wiggle your nose like a bunny? I'm not very good at it, so I'm going to move it myself, okay? All right, so wiggle your nose. Good. All right, now we're going to open up our jaw. So, I want to see all those pretty pearly white teeth. Ah. Good. Okay. The next thing, can you make a fish face? Awesome. Okay. I want you to shake out your hands. Get all that energy going. Good. And freeze. Okay. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Relax your body. So anytime during the day that you're feeling a little blah, you can do that and kind of wake yourself up and just be silly and happy, and it kind of just boosts your mood a little bit so you're ready to go. Awesome. Okay. So today's lesson is really important, guys, and it's about something that we talk about all the time. Your teachers talk to you about this all the time. Miss Michael and I talk to you about this all the time. Mr. Miller, Miss Ramirez, everybody talks about this all the time. I wonder if you guys can guess what I'm thinking about. Respect, okay? Being respectful. So we're going to read a book called A Little Respectful Spot, okay? This is kind of the same types of spots that we talked about with our anxiety spot and our peaceful spot. So this is just another one of those books, but we're going to talk about our respectful spot, all right? Okay. Hi, my name is Spot, and I'm not just any ordinary Spot. I'm a little respectful spot. I've never seen a respectful spot before. Have you? But what does respectful even mean? So I want you to pause, okay? And I want you to think about, what does that word even mean? So talk to whoever you're with right now. If you're by yourself, then just kind of talk to yourself for a second and say, what does it mean to be respectful? You can come up with some examples of what it looks like to be respectful or just what the definition of the word is, okay? So pause. All right, welcome back. So let's keep reading. Being respectful tells people that you not only care about them, but that you also care about yourself too. So when you're respectful, you care about others and you care about yourself. And today I'm going to show you examples of how you can respect people, places, and things. Okay. So let's talk about things. A good example of things that you might have are school supplies. So right now you probably have a lot of school supplies at home because you are doing school from home, all right? And we want them to last as long as possible so that we can enjoy them all year long. Okay, mom and dad don't want to go back to the store every single day to go get you new supplies because you're not treating them the right way and you're not being respectful to them. So here's some ways that you can respect your things. You can put the caps back on your markers and your glue so that they don't dry out, right? We don't want to leave the caps off of everything and just scatter them around because when we go back to them a couple hours later, they're going to be dried out and no good anymore. You can use as instructed so that they don't get damaged, all right? So for instance, do we take crayons and draw all over the carpet or the walls? No, that is not how they are supposed to be used. You're supposed to use them on paper, right? You can clean up your area when you're done so that things don't get lost, guys. That is a huge one. Think about at school with your teachers. Do your teachers let you leave the room a mess at the end of the day? No, they make you clean up after yourself. So you need to be doing the same thing at home. You need to clean up your supplies so that nothing gets lost or ruined. Okay? Okay, some things need to be handled safely so you can respect things by being gentle and careful. So a good example would be scissors. Okay, so we sit while we're cutting. We pass the scissors handle first so that we don't poke somebody. We hold the blade downward so that if for some reason we trip and fall, we don't poke ourselves. And then we walk slowly when we're holding them because that's being respectful to the scissors and to our safety. All right. And then sometimes you don't have something that you want or you need, and you could be respectful by asking someone instead of just taking it. So maybe you're at home right now with your brother or your brother or your sister, and you don't have a red marker and you really need one. Do you just go snatch it from them and use it? No, that's not being respectful. But you can ask them politely if you can borrow it, right? So, can I have some paper, please? Or can I borrow your marker, please? That is a great way to show respect to somebody. Here is a fun tip. When respecting things, only play with one thing at a time. Once you are done, put it away so that you will know where to find it next time. Okay, so this is huge, guys. If you start taking out a bunch of things at once, so maybe you really want to play a certain game, so you go and grab it and you dump all the pieces out, and then you're like, I don't really want to play this anymore, and you leave it. And then you go get another game and you dump it out and you play it for maybe 5 minutes, and then you think, I don't really want to play this anymore, and you go get another one and you keep doing that. Oh my goodness, you're going to have a huge mess to clean up at the end of the day, right? So instead of doing that, you put the one, whatever you're working on right then, you put it away, and then you go and get something new. This is something that I'm really trying to teach my toddler, my 3-year-old, right? She wants to take all of her toys out at once and dump them all over the room, and then she has this huge mess that she doesn't want to clean up. So you can respect your space and your things by cleaning up as you go before you take something new out. You can respect things by putting them in their place so that they don't get lost or damaged, right? Do we put our markers in the refrigerator when we're done with them? No, that's not where they go. You respect that they go back in their marker box, and then maybe they go back in your school supply box. Okay, so those are some great ways that you can respect your things. Books are so fun to read, but in order for them to last a long time, we have to be respectful when reading them. You guys know that Miss Figueroa has some really important rules for the library and how to take care of our books. We hold them when we're walking. We don't rip the pages, things like that, right? So you can respect books by turning the pages carefully so that they don't bend and rip. You can use clean hands so those pages stay clean. Should we be reading a book while we're eating peanut butter, or melted chocolate, or cookies that have crumbs all over them? No, that's not the time to be reading a book. You want your hands to be nice and clean, so wash them before you start reading a book so that you can keep them nice and clean. And then keep food and drinks away from books so that nothing accidentally spills on them. We don't want to be drinking a big cup of pink lemonade right next to our book because sometimes, guys, accidents happen and we knock it over, and we don't want to ruin our awesome book by doing that. So that's a good way to respect books. All right, so now that you've seen how to respect things, let's talk about how to respect places. So a place can be your house, school, the store, a restaurant, or a library, okay? So right now you're probably spending most of your time at home, so we're going to talk about some ways that you can respect that place. So let's talk about some different places. It's common for different places to have their own set of rules. So maybe some of the rules that you have at school are not the same as the rules that you have at home. A library might have different set of rules than a playground or a park, right? They're two totally different places. And you can respect places by knowing the rules and following them. So wherever you go, you need to know what the rules and expectations are so that you can respect them. Okay, so they've got a picture right here. They're at the library and they know what the library rules are. It is so much fun to create art, but all your art should stay on the paper, not on the walls or furniture. You can respect places when you only color on the paper, okay? You would not go to somebody else's house and take a marker and color all over their walls, right? Same thing at your house. You wouldn't do that. Same thing at school. Same thing at the library. You know how to respect different places by using things the right way. Running is not safe indoors because you can accidentally break things or hurt yourself or run into other people. Okay, that's why we always tell you, like, don't run in the hallways, right? Because a door might open and you might run into it. Somebody might be coming around the corner that you don't see and you run into them. So you can respect places by not running indoors. And then you can respect places by calmly walking inside. Okay, so same thing at home right now, guys. I know some of you are cooped up in the house and you need to get out your energy. You can dance, you can stretch, you can do different workouts, but running around the house crazy is probably not a good way to respect that place. No one wants to be surrounded by garbage, so it's important to keep things clean and safe. You can respect places by placing your trash in the garbage or recycling it. Okay, do you see a sidewalk? A sidewalk is used to protect the grass and flowers. You can respect places by using a sidewalk instead of walking through grass or rocks. Okay, so if you're going to a friend's house, you probably shouldn't run straight through their yard. They have a driveway, they have sidewalks. You follow the path up to their door rather than walking through all of their flowers and their plants. Okay, so that's a good way to respect places. Now that we have covered how to respect places and things, let's learn how to respect people. This one's really, really important. It's important to not only respect people your own age, so like your friends, but it's also important to respect people older and younger than you. So we respect everybody. It doesn't matter if they're our parents, it doesn't matter if they're grandparents, our younger siblings, our friends, our parents' friends. We need to respect everyone. Okay, so we respect people. You can respect people in a lot of different ways. You can respect people by being polite and saying please and thank you, right? So instead of saying, give me that, you can say, hey, can I have that, please? And then if somebody does something for you or gives you something, then you say thank you. Right now, guys, your teachers are working so hard to come up with some really creative and fun lessons for you. Thank you goes a long way. You can be respectful to people by following instructions. So you can do this by having your eyes watching and your ears listening. So right now, when your teachers are maybe giving you a video, or like right now when you're listening to my story, you have your eyes on the screen and you're listening to me. That's showing me respect. Same thing with your parents right now, okay? When they're trying to do their best to teach you and help you with your schoolwork, you need to give them respect by watching them and listening to them and not interrupting. You can respect people by raising your hand and waiting your turn when someone else is speaking. Okay, so that goes back to that interrupting. It's not polite to interrupt people. You show respect by waiting for them to be finished and then waiting your turn to ask something or say something. You can respect people by giving them enough personal space and by not standing too close. And this will help them feel more comfortable around you. We've talked about kind of our comfort bubble, right? Everyone's comfort bubble looks a little bit different. I don't like it when somebody is like right up here in my face like that. That makes me very uncomfortable. Some people it doesn't bother. So, to be respectful to others, you need to give them enough space to where they feel okay and they feel comfortable. And maybe ask them, hey, am I too close to you right now? And take a step back. You can respect people by being patient and waiting your turn in line, by keeping your hands to yourself, and by being quiet. Okay, guys, you have to wait sometimes. I know that we don't like to wait, but sometimes we have to, and you can show respect by just being patient and waiting your turn and staying quiet while you're waiting. Maybe right now you really need help on something from school, and mom is working with your little brother. Okay, are you going to go up and say, Mom, you need to stop and work with me right now? No, you need to stop and be patient and wait your turn. Mom will get to you in a few minutes. Okay, I think that's about it, and I hope you enjoyed learning how to be respectful. I actually have some other spots that I'd like you to meet too. We all belong to the happiness family, all right? So we've got honesty, so telling the truth, organization, making sure you keep your space clean, making sure you keep everything where it's supposed to be, kindness, right? We show kindness to people all the time. You guys know that we are really big on being kind at Encino Park. That's just what Eagles do. Teamwork, working together. Right now, teamwork with your teacher, teamwork with your parents. You guys are all working together to make this work. Courage, okay, having the courage to do things. Patience, okay, waiting your turn, waiting for things to happen that maybe you want to happen right now, but they can't. And then being thankful. Guys, we talk about this all the time. Thanking people and being thankful for things is so important. So these are some really important spots that you need to get to know really well. Okay. All right, I hope you guys liked that book. I hope you are practicing being respectful, even though you're not at school right now. You need to be respectful to your home. You need to be respectful to your schoolwork, to your teachers, to your parents, to your siblings, because we are all in this together and we have to make sure that we're being respectful through everything. All right. Okay, guys, I will see you for tomorrow's lesson. Big air hug, finger wave. I'll see you guys tomorrow.